Welcome to the French Drainman channel. I'm your host, Robert Sherwood. We have a flat backyard with no slope. So many times, builders and developers sell lots for walkout basements. They get a premium when they charge you for a walkout lot. The unfortunate part is so many walkout basements are built on lots that maybe should not have been a walkout. So we have a sump pump system with a lot of added chamber, and we're really deep. I'm going to take you through this system, explain to you everything, including how to hook up that outdoor sump pump system and how it all goes together. We have this lot, and we have water coming down from the side lot into the backyard, but there's no slope. We have water coming off the deck. We have all this sheet water coming off the lower level patio, and we're trying to catch all that water that ends up sitting up against the home and saturating the yard. This is a really big French drain system. The type of French drain that we're going to build is an open French drain. What an open French drain is, it's when you don't grow grass over top of it. We're going to have a fully encapsulated French drain system, and we are going to protect it with non-woven geotextile filter fabric that has been double punched. And then we're going to put more stone on top of the fabric. Nothing takes in water faster than an open French drain. It's important that we grab up all the water that's really close to all the structures. We want to make sure that we keep the foundation of the home dry, and we want to protect this deck, the concrete below it. We're running 2 French drains, one along the home and one following this hardscape. There was a lot of slope put on this system. We used our laser transit so that we can make sure the bottom of this trench has slope going all the way to the other side of the yard to the outdoor sump pump system. We ended up really deep here. We started out with just 2 pipes. People always want to know how to start a French drain. Just like that. You put those end plugs in so they don't fill full of stone, and you just start with 2 pipes. Then as you get deeper, you can go to a quad pack, and that's exactly what we did do. We were shallow up here by the house. Now remember, we have no basement wall. This is a walkout basement, so there's just a footing here. That's it. We're shallow. We're going to grow up all that water to protect the foundation of the home. And we go underneath the sidewalk on a slope. We're sloped on the other side of the sidewalk, and we get deep pretty quick. In no time at all, we go right into a quad pack. We have 4 pipes, and we're still deep. We could have put 8 pipes in this trench. Right here, we're 4 pipes deep, and we filled that all with stone. We have really big round rock on this job. 1.5-inch round rock. This home has the large 3x4 gutter downspouts. They really are responsible for a lot of water. So we have our 3x4 leaf filter because we want to make sure we don't have any clogs. We have a solid pipe with a catch basin to catch the shingle gravel. And that's just for that downspout that's responsible for a lot of water across the back of the house. We have the perforated pipe for the French drain system. Now, we also have a drain in the patio, and that's what we tied into the outdoor sump pump system, was the drain that's in the patio. We were able to gravity drain the downspout. And we're going to show you what we did and how we did it. We got a couple of perforated pipes that were in the bottom of the trench, and they just lay inside the sump pump pit. You don't have to tie them in. The pipe is full of holes. All the water is going to fall right out. And the outdoor sump pump pit is also full of holes, so the water is going to be taken right in. We just had to hook up that one solid line that was for this drain right here. This is where the walkout is for the basement. And because of the water problems that they were having, this was a forced walkout. We call it a forced walkout. And you have to build this patio, and we call this a cheater patio. You're cheating so that you can get a little bit of slope away from the house and get some grade. But right here, you have to have a drain. So this drain catches whatever water ends up in here. And now that drain goes to our outdoor sump pump system. And we tied it right in. Now when they pour the cement, this has some slope. And it slopes to the drain. And that's how you do something like this. Again, this is known as a cheater patio. It gives you more slope if you're searching for it. It'll help you get higher elevation so you can start, pitching away from the house. And that's what they were doing there. That was the intent. But as I always talk about in all my videos, water has such a hard time finding its way through turf grass. You need a lot of slope to get water to drain through turf grass. Turf grass just hangs water up. Well, there's not a lot of slope. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the water a place to go. We're going to build this French drain. The water is going to fall right inside the French drain because it's so permeable. And it's going to go right to this outdoor sump pump system. We're then going to be able to lift the water up. And then at the surface, we'll have a discharge line that we can take out into the backwoods. I believe this is one of the most misunderstood things about outdoor sump pump systems. The men are digging a very shallow line that doesn't have to be that deep because we don't have the slope and we don't have the fall, because the sump pump system lifts the water from several feet below and you're back up at grade. That's what outdoor sump pump systems do. All right, so right here I'm going to show you all the connections, what the crew did, what the men did, and this is beautiful, by the way. So this one blue pipe you see coming out of the fabric, that's a solid downspout pipe that we were able to gravity drain. We don't want to put all that stress on the pump. And then we have another corrugated pipe where we hooked our discharge line up to. Never use small rock around your outdoor sump pump system. It'll find its way through these holes. Those inlets will take in the small rock, and it'll do damage to your sump pump. So always use that 1.5-inch rock, 1.5, 2-inch rock around your outdoor sump pump system. Now right here, look at this discharge line. Go to a 4-inch corrugated. That's really cool. We actually sell that in our online store. It makes it super easy for the DIYer to hook it up. Real quick run through here. All the perforated pipes are at the bottom, and they're just laying in the sump pump pit. Don't have to hook them up. We got one pipe for a gravity drain for the downspout. We have another pipe for the discharge for the outdoor sump pump system. When you use this technique from an 1.5-inch Schedule 40 to a 4-inch corrugated pipe, you have to be going downhill. The 4-inch pipe displaces way too much water. And if you're going uphill, you're going to labor the pump as it's trying to push all that water into a 4-inch pipe going uphill. So that is another thing that DIYers sometimes misunderstand. This rock is so big and so heavy to work with. DIYers, when you go to a big rock like an 1.5 inch, it's going to be a lot more labor intense. You want to fill the entire sump pump pit with stone. Don't put any dirt in. Don't put any dirt back. Don't try to skimp on the stone. You're going to have to put in a lot of stone. You can see we were about 4 feet deep. Look at all the stone we're putting in on top of all those pipes. Now, we also sell these sump pump pit fabrics that are 15 feet by 15 feet so that they fit inside a pit that's that size. We're going to fully encapsulate the system, including the outdoor sump pump system. Once you encapsulate it, you go ahead and you put rock on top of the fabric as well. This ensures the highest permeability. When you do a really big system like this, more than likely your fabric is not going to meet. When you come up the wall on the one side and you come up the wall of the trench on the other side and you go to pin it, more than likely you're not going to have enough fabric to meet in the middle. You can see how the men are cutting strips of fabric to put on top of the French drain system. We want to cover all the stone. We want to fully encapsulate the system. If you choose not to use a non-woven geotextile filter fabric, you're going to give your system an early expiration date at the time of installation. I want you to listen to this rock, how dense it is when it's big like this. This rock wears out shovels, it wears out all the hand tools. The only pipe that you can do this with is our extra heavy-duty armor pipe, the blue pipe. When you're going to dump this much rock on top of pipes, you're going to be standing on them. You're going to be dumping tons, not pounds, tons of stone on a French drain system. You're going to want an extra heavy-duty pipe. We have a pipe that has a really, really thick sidewall. We do the outdoor sump pump systems, sump pump pit, the same way that we do our French drain system. We're going to fully encapsulate the system. We want to fully encapsulate all the stone. You can see how Patrick is cutting some fabric to make sure that we have the entire system encapsulated. We want to protect it from any contamination. A system's expiration date literally happens and is determined at the time of installation, in real time, with the sound. Listen to how dense these rocks are. This is a really nice look. Natural stone, open French drain, bordering your outdoor living space. I really love it, especially if you have like a woods or a park. You go with like a naturescape type look. This is really nice. I love natural stone. This is your make it or break it right here. All that hard work, all that money and material and labor. And if you don't get this discharge line right, the system does not work right. The system will fail. Pay close attention to the bottom of your trench with your laser transit. Young contractors or homeowners, pay attention. Always set up your laser transit where you can take readings from the entire job site. You have to really methodically think about that location. I'm going to show you where the laser transit is in association to the men. Look how far away that laser transit was. This entire job was excavated with that laser transit sitting right there in that location. And again, that was methodically thought out. The men made sure that when they set that up, they would be able to let that transmitter reach the receiver on their story pole. This entire job was done in one day by a crew of 6 men, and they made it home in time for dinner with their families. Look at this. You can't even tell that all that excavation took place. It's beautiful. One good rain will clean the dust off the stone. Beautiful job. Meticulous work. Attention to detail. This system's going to stand the test of time. This is how you build an open French drain to last forever, right here. If you have any questions regarding an open French drain system or any questions regarding an outdoor sump pump system, leave them in the comments section and I'll be sure to answer them. If you found any of this information helpful, give us a thumbs up. It really supports the channel. I'm your host, Robert Sherwood, and until the next video.